the Hilton Head Life's Daniela Swickero and Rick Hollyfield are back with me. And last time you guys were here, we were talking about oceanfront, and we kind of were specifically on the island. So is it kind of a misconception that if you want to be oceanfront or on the water, people think they have to be on the island?
You know what, it really is. And so we talk a lot about luxury, obviously, because that's kind of where we focus. And it's often, you know, people think of this as the Hilton Head area. And we don't blame them for thinking that, right? That was kind of the first place that really started bringing the tourists in. And so that's the way that it's still thought, but there is a lot of luxury off of the island. Bluffton, for example, there is, you know, there are beautiful communities, Colleton, Belfair, Berkeley, and they're not necessarily all gated, all-inclusive Gulf communities, but you do often find a lot of our off-island luxury properties behind those gates.
Sure. And obviously, as things keep moving that way, you're going to have more and more of that being built.
Exactly.
But something that we don't often do with you guys is talk specifically about listings.
Right.
But you do want to share with us one of those that is in one of those communities. I think it's Colleton. So tell us what the story is with that listing.
Yeah, Colleton River is an amazing plantation. It was, the origin of Colleton River started actually on the island with some frustrated golfers who wanted something a little different. Then they went out to Colleton River and created the community. This house, the Riviere house, actually sits on the point on the bluff. It is arguably the most prolific lot in all of Colleton River. And this home was designed by a very famous architect, Kermit Huggins. And Kermit's done a lot of work in our area, and his designs are, very simply put, are, let's put a dwelling here to complement the surroundings, not to subtract away or take away from that. Let's put one here to complement. And Riviere House is an amazing house. It is what, 6,400 square feet? 6,600 square feet?
About 66.
Absolutely phenomenal if you're looking for a modern home on the water with total privacy. Deep water dock, pool, spa. The entire home is designed as a resort, and it certainly feels it.
Yeah, and the epitome of luxury.
Oh, for sure it is.
And to add to that too, when you hear 6,600 square feet, of course that depends on what you're used to, but that can sound like a lot of square footage, right?
Right.
One of the things that I really like to point out to people about Riviere House is that it is a very comfortable space. So you go up, and one of the sort of fingerprints that is Kermit Huggins is a very large footprint of the house.
Okay.
Large roof line, it feels very expansive. That's because the roof line is. But only about half of that is actually heated and cooled square footage. A lot of it's breezeways, garages, things like that.
Interesting.
So it feels like more than it is. You walk in, well, granted, it's still 6,600 square feet, but it's really only a few main spaces that just happen to have a lot of really great volume.
Okay.
So there's the living, there's the master on one side, you go through the kitchen and dining to the guest suites. Upstairs, it's just the library, and then above that is what we call affectionately the tree house, because you get this incredible view all the way up and down the Colleton River into the trees of the tree line. And the room itself is sort of this darker green, A, to keep it from being as bright as it can be up there because of the sunlight coming more directly in, but B, because it kind of makes you feel like you are in the treetops. So it's a very comfortable space, it's a comfortable home, and as you said, it's on the most beautiful piece of property in Colleton.
Excellent. Sounds fabulous. Wish I could see it. So in person, that is.
We'll have you come out.
Absolutely.
So moving back to the island for a minute, you have something really unique coming on in, I think it's Hilton Head Plantation?
Yeah.
Easy for me to say. What can you tell us about that?
So 21 China Cockle Way is the address. We sold it to clients of ours. Now they're selling it now. Their life hasn't been able to transition here. Totally phenomenal. It is quintessential Hilton Island architecture and the theme of island that has been so tastefully modernized. The home is stunning, and the view of the sound, you're able to look out into the Port Royal Sound, and then down to the right you'll see the ocean. The home is perfect. It's coming on the market at $1,550,000.
All right. Well, so if somebody is looking for maybe something just a little different, we have about 30 seconds, but tell us about luxury north of the Broad.
So luxury is a little bit different north of the Broad. It means something different in every different market, which we've talked about. But up there, typically what you'll see are either historic or waterfront, water-oriented. Those are the things that are really going to bring in the money and the prestige north of the Broad. So why don't we talk about that next time?
Sounds like a plan to me.
Sounds great.
If you guys are looking for any of the luxury that they're talking about today, please give them a call.